Welcome to the Cinefleur Studio podcast. Here we invite guests from across the floral and plant industry to share their stories and insights. Our aim is to equip you with valuable perspectives, trends and inspiration that will elevate your personal and professional growth. I'm your host, Amanda Payne. Today we are excited to have Bram Rijkers, the commercial manager of VBW, the Royal Dutch Florists Association, joining us with over 1,300 member florists under its umbrella. VBW plays a crucial role in supporting the floral industry in the Netherlands. His passion for the floral arts and dedication to the industry make him an invaluable voice for the future of floristry. Let's dive into the challenges and successes facing florists today. I have a quote for you. Being a florist is not about the product, that's just the means. The way of doing business and the customer experience are essential. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I completely agree. Of course, the product is very important because it's what you sell every day. But more and more, it's about your business skills, your entrepreneur skills. A successful florist is every day looking at his business results and comparing it every day. His marketing is very important. The way you organize your formula is very important. Mm-hmm. And you should have, what I said, every day
self-reflecting.
Of course, but also know how you are, how your financial results are. Are you doing good? What kind of flowers do you sell? How many to what customers? And you have to make your choices every day based on that insights. So that's more important than the products you sell.
Yeah. Okay, what inspired you to work in the florist industry, and what has your journey been like at VBW?
What inspired me? It started when I was a little child, because my father has its own garden center, and he was a gardener as well. So on Saturdays I worked at home in the company, and when I was, I think 13 maybe, I started working at a supplier of my dad. It was a grower of annuals. And when I worked there, I started there on Saturdays, and during holidays, I get a lot interested in flowers and plants. I worked in the nursery where the annuals grew, and every day was very nice. And it was very nice to work with a product that's alive, that grows, and I think that was the moment my passion for the industry developed. And after finishing my secondary school, I go to, how do we say it, agricultural college. Finished my college, I think in 2004. And after it, I started working at the VBW, first as an internal and later as a commercial manager in the job I'm now in. And in between, I've worked for a company of breeders, a collaboration of breeders. So I've worked my whole life in the floral industry, and till now, I liked it very much.
You could say it's in your blood.
Yes. My blood is green, I suppose, yes.
With VBW representing such a significant portion of the market, what are some key insights you've gathered about consumer behavior?
Yeah, we see the consumer is changing a lot. I think for 10 years ago, the consumer was very loyal. He only visited the florist shop in the village, and there were no other suppliers for flowers to that consumer. But now, this day they buy at you, and the next day they go around and shopping somewhere else for flowers and plants. That's changing, and we also see I think that's not only for flowers and plants, but that's more than that. Consumers' needs has to be fulfilled directly. They see something now, and they right now want to have it. That's a second a changing we see, and we also see sustainability is beginning to have a lot of more attention. It's becoming a lot more important than it was several years ago. And last but not least, I think the internet is very important. Consumers are orient online and doing business online more than 10 years ago. And it's also for flowers and plants. So florists has to have an answer on that developments.
They see something online and they want it made in the shop, for instance, a bouquet.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Or they see it online and buy it online. I think for flowers, it still is, they see it online and go to the shop, because only a little part of the total consumption is above online. But for the next year, with the younger consumers, I think the internet, especially the buying via internet, will be more important than it is now.
Important insights. I was wondering, what do members value the most about the services of VBW that contribute to improving their profitability and their craftsmanship?
Yeah, in the last years, we've seen our market share is growing. It's more than 60% now. It means we represent more than 60% of the Dutch florists, and it's still decreasing. And the main reason for florists to join us is because of the individual support program we offer them. It means, first of all, we always start with an individual analysis from the florist. We call it the SWOT analysis. And from that SWOT, we have a look what's going good in the company and what can be better. And for the things that can be better, we have a conversation with the florist, and together with him or her, we will look what are the best steps to make to develop your results, and we can support the florists to
improve.
To improve, yes.
So it's a very personal approach.
Yeah, very personal, and we think it's the only way to help the florists at the best we can.
Mm-hmm. And talking about improvements, are there any shifts in their needs or preferences that have emerged recently?
Yeah, we see a lot of needs for financial results, business results. We are trying to contribute to help our members to improve their business results. We offer programs, trainings, workshops, specialists, etc., to develop their business results. That's a need we see develop the last years. For 10 years ago, it was a lot about the craftsmanship. For now, it's more and more about the business results they're asking us for. That's one. And another need we see is everything about sustainability. Mm-hmm. How to fill it in, what do I have to do, what can I do, what do I have to tell, what, etc., etc.
The products,
but also their own business. What can I do to be more sustainable, etc.
Okay. Looking at the floral market in the Netherlands, how would you describe the current state of it?
For now, the florists in the Netherlands still have a leading position. The market share of the florists in Netherlands is in flowers more than 50%. In plants, it's 25%. But in the moment, we see it's challenging. It's challenging because of the consumer behaviors that are changing, what I told before, but also because we see in general the turnovers are increasing, and we see costs are rising. So that means it gives pressure on the business results, and that's the state of the current market. We see more entrepreneurship. We see more florists that are develop themselves as an entrepreneur, also hand in hand with their craftsmanships. But there is more attention for entrepreneurships, and I think that's important and that's good because it's the only way to survive in the future.
Yeah, and talking about surviving and entrepreneurship, how do you create good profit margins as a florist? And in your opinion, what is a good margin for a florist?
Yeah, what is a good margin depends on the formula you have chosen. Do you buy or do you sell exclusive bouquets with special flowers? Do you have a lot of consumers or just less consumers? It all makes the margin you have to turn. I think a good margin is always 50% or more for florists. We see a lot of examples where it is in that way, but it depends on the situation you're in. What makes a good florist, a good florist depends on a lot of things. First of all, it starts with your formula. How is your formula? What consumers do you want to attract? What products do you want to sell? What is your location? Is it high traffic or not? Is it in the neighborhood of a retail market or a supermarket or not? It all it all is about the choices you have to make, and when you have made the choices, and when you have chosen your assortment, your products, it's about your insights. Do you daily know what your turnover is, and from what categories it come from? Do you know how many bouquets you've sold today? Do you know how many customers you have helped today, etc.? That's when you have that insights, and you made your choices based on that insights. Then you are a successful florist.
Yeah,
we see it daily in our business. When you only working on your craftsmanships, you only buy the flowers you like, and you create bouquets you like, but you don't have attention on your consumers or the needs of your consumers, we see a lot of stories where it has to be difficult.
So a successful florist is a knowledgeable florist, knows all the insights.
Yes. Has a lot of passion for his product, has a lot of passion for his consumers, because you have the relationship with your consumers, but he knows every day how he's acting and where it's going to be good and where he can do better.
What do you see as the biggest challenges for florists today?
We see a lot of challenges. As I told before, the turnover is decreasing and costs are rising. So the main challenge is on the business results, the pressure on the results, and you have to have an eye on it. Some other challenges are the consumer behaviors that are changing, and everything about sustainability. Not only for the individual florist, but it's more for the total industry, is everything about the succession. We have some florists that have the age to stop now or in the next a few years, and there's not everywhere a new florist ready to succeed. So that's a challenge as well.
Yeah, who's going to take over?
Yeah.
Probably most of the time, or a lot of the time, the family business.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You've mentioned in interviews before that florists are increasingly connecting to online sales. The market is rapidly changing in that sense. What strategies do you recommend for florists to improve their online presence?
Yeah, first of all, we say please focus on your shop. The shop is the main for the florist, and take care of your shop and do the right things comparing to your formula. Internet is also important, and it also has to compare to your formula. We say every florist has to be online with its own website and preferably also a web shop. But when you are online, you have to see an online presentation of what I can see in your shop from your website and your web shop as well. Please sell your own bouquets, your own products, your own stuff, and do it in your own market. We say a good florist is online and offline the local green hero.
Yeah. And you probably need to be the same person online as you are in your shop.
Yes, that's very important, because especially the younger generation, the Gen Z, they orient online and they see something, they go to the shop, and then they want to see there what they have seen online. That's very important.
Yeah.
You don't have to be somewhere else, of someone else online, than you are in real life.
Yeah. Agreed. You've been talking about sustainability a lot, so I'm going to go back to that. Sustainability has become a fundamental value in our society. Consumers are more aware than ever of their impact on the world around them, especially new generations of buyers increasingly hold companies accountable for this. There's every reason for florists to get started with sustainability, but how do you begin?
That's a good question. And that's a question we get every day from our members. And first of all, we see, and that's nice to conclude, a lot of florists are already doing a lot when it's about sustainability. But when you want to start with it, it can be very easy. Look at your energy supplier or to the lighting in your shop. The cars you are driving, they can be electric or do you want to drive them on oil? You have a lot of choices you can make. But when you're aware of the choices you can make, there's always a sustainable alternative. And I think that's the most easy way to start. And the next step is also your products.
Yeah.
You can also choose for sustainable products instead of products that are less or not sustainable. But first of all, starts with the simple things in your shop.
It's funny because it's almost like trying to become more sustainable at home.
Yes,
it's the same steps.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
How do you?
That's a nice comparison. Yes.
Oh, thank you. How do you think florists can effectively incorporate sustainable practices into their businesses? Can you share some success stories from VBW members who have embraced sustainability?
Yeah, I think it's important to just begin and tell about it. Tell your consumers about it. You don't have to tell about the results, but you can tell about the steps you have made. And I think that's important to your customers. And that's not only for florists. I think that's for everybody.
Yeah.
Important. And when you do it, I think you're gonna like it. I hope you're gonna like it, and then you can
spread the word.
Spread the word and make some bigger steps than the small steps you've made before. And together we can create a more sustainable industry than we are now.
What will be a big help from all the suppliers in the chain for florists worldwide on this topic? Because we were talking about the individual, but what about how can we improve the chain?
I think what's important is the florist is the face to the consumer. They have the consumers daily in their shop and they have to tell the good story. Mm-hmm. But to tell the good story, you need the good information to inform your customers. So we can be helped a lot with good information from growers about their sustainable steps and about their products. Maybe they have some certificates or etc. Florists can show to their consumers. And when we get the right information from our suppliers, from growers and other suppliers, we can also tell the good story to our customers. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important also for us as a total industry. So we would be helped with good information about how sustainable products, flowers and plants are.
Yeah. Especially
with the footprint. Mm-hmm. That will help us. That's a clear figure, and that would help us a lot.
Yes. We're going to skip to a different subject. We're going to talk about the World Cup of Floral Art in The Hague in August 2025. Excitement is building within the industry, with national champions from around the globe preparing to showcase their talents. What do you see as the key benefits of hosting the World Cup Floral Art in the Netherlands?
First of all, we are very proud to organize the World Cup in 2025. I think it's decades ago, the Netherlands hosted a floral event like this. I think the last time was in the 80s.
Okay.
So that's quite a long time ago. And I think it's a very nice opportunity for us, for the VBW, but for the whole industry as well, to show where we are, to show our beautiful products, to show our techniques, to show our story, to show everything we are doing here. I think we get a public from florists worldwide and other people who are working in the industry. They are coming to The Hague next year. It's a very nice opportunity to show everything we have, everything we are doing, but also everything we are doing on sustainable matters, in which we can inform the world about the steps we are making as Holland.
And is it just for professionals?
It's 3 days for professionals and a fourth day for consumers. So we can also show them everything we are doing.
Nice, and see all the beautiful floral art.
Yes.
Okay. With the extensive preparations that have gone into organizing this event, what are some highlights or unique features of the event that participants and spectators can look forward to?
The main subject on the event is the competition, the World Cup competition. I hope we have 20 to 24 competitors who are going for the world title. Mm-hmm. Those 20 or 24 are world's leading arrangers. So you can visit them and they can show what they can make, and it's all in The Hague.
And what will they create? Is it an installation, or what should I think about?
Yeah, installations, arrangements, big arrangements, but also some daily floral items.
Okay.
I can't tell what because it's secret.
Exactly.
But it's big and it's small together.
Okay.
It's commercial and it's art. So they are both gonna do it. That's one part of the event. The other part is, and that's also very nice, is to meet people from all over the world and to have conversations with them. Mm-hmm. How is floristry organized in China, for example, or in South America? It's very interesting, and I think it's very inspiring to hear about it. And last but not least, we have a theater program on the Saturday. It's in the World Forum in The Hague. It's the biggest theater from the Netherlands. And we have I think it will be an inspiring evening with, I hope, 1,500 guests from all over the world.
Wow.
And we have a very exciting program with a stage show from our European champion. That's Hanneke Frankema. She's the last Dutch European champion. And she will give I think it's a spectacular, completely new floral show. So I think every florist from the Netherlands, but also every florist worldwide has to be there. Yes.
There.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
It sounds very exciting. Is there anything you still want to share with the listeners, a piece of wisdom or a quote?
What a lot of people don't know is that our industry has made big steps in the last years. For example, we use less gas, we use less water to grow the flowers and plants. We use more and more biological pesticides. We use more and more sustainable packaging, etc., etc. Florists need to have that information from their growers so they can inform their consumers. And that's very important. We have to tell our story. And I think our industry makes bigger steps than other industries who are around us.
In sustainability.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that wisdom, and thank you for being here with us today. And thank you for joining us on the Cinefleur Studio podcast. We trust that today's insight will enrich your floral journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more engaging discussions and follow Cinefleur on social media to stay informed about the latest trends and stories in the world of flowers and plants. Bye-bye.